Hey everybody, this is Kobe. Kobe is my Zen master. A few of you have asked me to do a video about dogs, and I thought that would be fun and a great idea because we can learn so much from these precious creatures. So I want to share some insights today. And for now, Kobe will wave goodbye. Okay, be a good boy. So I'll open this conversation with a question. Why are dogs so happy and playful, full of joy and vitality? A better question might be, why are we not happy and playful, full of joy and vitality? So I'll share a few insights today of what is blocking that. But I have good news. It is available within us. It is inherent within us to feel this happiness and joy and vitality that we see in our dogs. But we are trapped in our minds like a mental prison, and we're blocking it with our mind-made activity and our thought patterns. And so I'm going to share a few examples and stories today that will help you see that based on dogs. So today's video is about dogs. Dogs are always and only present in the moment. Their mind is not based in time. But our mind is always creating time. It's always in time. And when I say time, I don't mean the clock on the wall or what your iPhone says. I mean psychological time, the illusion of time. We are always living in the past or future in our mind. But the past and future only exists in our mind. It only exists and is based in language and in words. It's just an illusion. Have you ever been in your past? Have you ever been in your future? I can answer that for you. You can never be in your past. You will never be in your future. But your mind, my mind, our mind, didn't seem to get the memo because we are always dwelling in the past, reliving, replaying, rewinding, rehashing, recycling the past, and then imagining and strategizing and fantasizing and plotting and scheming in the future. And it denies us of all the beauty and the joy and vitality that is available to us in this present moment, which is all we have. You always are where you are. All you have is this present moment. But we have this illusion of time that our mind creates, and so we're always in the past and in the future. And we can learn from our little dog friends. So let me share an example. When Kobe was a puppy, we were in the park on a Saturday morning. And back then I was a total helicopter dad, hovering over him, making sure nobody touched him, or I was totally protecting my dog. And this lady approached us with her dog and said, "Hey, can my dog say hi?" And I said, "Is your dog friendly?" And she said, "Yes." So her dog comes over and completely attacks my dog. It was pretty bad, and I literally had to grab her dog off my dog. And I'll be the first to say I was not very spiritual in this moment because I ripped into her. I said, "I thought you said your dog was friendly." She said, "Oh yeah, he is. Once he shows dominance, then he's friendly." So, not a great moment. But all good. Kobe was fine. He was just a little shaken up. All good. So we stayed in the park. It's a big park, and we went to another area and threw the tennis ball, and Kobe is running and playing and chasing with other dogs. But me, I was replaying and rewinding that moment. I was reliving it over and over again, recycling it, rehashing it. And then I was imagining future-based. I was imagining what I'm going to say to that lady next time I see her. Man, I was really going to let her have it. It's like, oh my gosh, how could you do this? And then I was plotting and scheming and all this stuff. I was totally unconscious. But a few times I woke up and just observed that Kobe, my dog, was super happy and playful in the moment, chasing a tennis ball, saying hello to other dogs, loving life. I thought, how beautiful. But me, I was carrying this around. I was dragging it around the entire time at the park, driving home. I talked to a couple friends, reliving it, recycling it, rewinding it in my head. I was having lunch, still thinking about it hours afterwards. So my question to you is, who is healthier, Kobe or me, in that moment and on that day? Can you see the dysfunctionality of the human mind versus Kobe, who learned from the wisdom that the past is past and you cannot change your past, so let it go. He just let it go. It's gone. It's just a ghost. But we humans, we're trying to grasp that ghost. We're trying to grasp the ungraspable. The past is gone. You can't change the past. Let it go. It was a great learning moment for me because I was able to step out of my mind and see that and go, my gosh, I wasted hours and tremendous energy. These thoughts are energy. They're energy formation. And they just drain us of our joy and vitality. If you have a dog, or if you just see a dog and a dog owner walking down your neighborhood or in a park, you've noticed that your dog is fully alert and present in the moment. All senses are heightened. He sees everything, he or she sees everything, smells everything, hears everything. They're fully in the moment, appreciating it. And the dog owner, well, she's got her face in her iPhone or her head in the clouds, thinking about yesterday or what she's going to make for dinner tonight. Completely overvaluing the future or past and devaluing this present moment. But the dog is thoroughly enjoying himself or herself and is in awe and wonder of the beauty of the day. Why can't we do that? And we can. If you're a dog owner, next time put your phone away and be present. Look through the world through your dog's eyes. Look at the trees, the cloud formations. Feel the sun. Feel the breeze. Even if it's raining, feel the rain. Just feel. Use your senses. Your sensory perceptions can help you to get present in the moment. So use them. Take time to see everything, hear everything, feel everything. This is what mindfulness is. You're present in the moment without judgment and labels and all of that. You're just there. And dogs do this so well, and we can learn from them. Another insight is that dogs have no conceptual self-awareness. And what does that mean? It just means they're not thinking about themselves. They don't reflect back to themselves. My dog will poop right in front of me, and he's not embarrassed. He doesn't look at me and like, hey, could I get a little privacy, please? They don't reflect back to themselves. They're not thinking about it. They don't have an ego like we do. And it's a beautiful thing. They don't have like a self-image. They are a little bit self-aware. Like a big dog will know that he's bigger than a small dog when they're playing and vice versa. But other than that, they're not checking themselves out in the mirror going, gosh, I look a little muddy here, or my haircut was bad. I'm not going to go out and play with my friends today. They don't have this self-image. And because they don't have a self-image, they don't have self-esteem problems. It's kind of nice. And if you have no concept of yourself, you have no judgment. How can you compare yourself to others when you don't have any concept of yourself? There's no judgment. There's no comparison. We, with our human minds, we're like, oh, she's ugly. He's fat. I don't like her shoes. What a horrible outfit. That hairstyle, oh my gosh. We're judging and comparing all day. Dogs don't have this burden. They don't do that. Because they have no concept of self. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful to witness. If you go to your local dog park, black dogs are playing with white dogs, are playing with yellow dogs, are playing with brown dogs, are playing with golden doodle dogs like my dog. Fat dogs are playing with skinny dogs. Rich dogs are playing with poor dogs. Pedigrees are playing with mutts. One of Kobe's best friends is a dog from the streets of Mexico. There's no judgment there. The dog's driving in to the dog park in a Tesla. He's not looking at the dog that's coming in a broken down Oldsmobile and saying, I'm not going to go play with that dog. There's no judgment, no comparison. Because of that, there's no racism. There's no bigotry. There's no misogyny. There's no discrimination. They're all equal. They're all beautiful spiritual beings. And they know they're one. They're the same. And they just play and they have fun. So I ask you, who is the more evolved species? Dogs or humans? I have my answer. I think it's just beautiful to witness, but I wanted to point that out to you because we can learn from that. Maybe let's be less judgmental. So I'll finish with a story about Roxy. Roxy is a dog in my neighborhood that we see often, and just a beautiful dog. And Kobe and Roxy play so cute together, running around, chasing each other, but just so gentle. Roxy is a German Shepherd, maybe 3 times bigger than Kobe, but she's so gentle. And Roxy has 3 legs. One day I asked the owner and said, hey, was Roxy born this way or did something happen? And she said, oh gosh, he got in a car accident a couple of years ago. She's 4 now, but when she was 2, she got hit by a car and they had to amputate her leg. It just breaks your heart. Now, if Roxy had a human mind, she would have a narrative running in her head like, life is not fair. Bad things happen to me. I don't deserve this. But she has none of that. She is not burdened by this. See, there's the circumstance, and then there's a reaction to the circumstance. There's the situation, and then the story that we create about the situation. Our human mind will take whatever circumstance or situation that may be negative, but it's the reaction and the story about that circumstance or situation that is the cause of our suffering. Roxy is not suffering. I make a distinction between pain and suffering. Sure, she had pain when she got hit by the car and they had to do that awful surgery, but she has no psychological suffering. She didn't create a story around it. We do. We carry a story. We make a story, and this becomes our identity. If we were Roxy, we would be hobbling around like, oh, poor me, a victim mindset. And gosh, life is so unfair. How did this happen to me? I don't deserve this. Roxy has none of that. She's a happy, normal dog. There's nothing wrong with her. If Roxy had a human mind, she would also have a subconscious narrative running in her mind that I'm not enough. I'm not normal enough. I'm not fast enough. I'm not pretty enough anymore. I'm not worthy of love. These are subconscious narratives that we would create if this happened to us. But Roxy doesn't have any of that burden. It's beautiful to witness. There's nothing wrong with Roxy. And the beautiful thing is, that's how Kobe views Roxy. There's no judgment. There's no comparison. Kobe doesn't see anything wrong with Roxy because there is nothing wrong with Roxy. They play. It's so cute. They're gentle and play and run around and chase each other. It's just a joy to watch. And if you can see these mental constructs that we create, that create so much suffering, and learn from our dogs who just are free. And some of these examples and stories that I shared with you, this is why they're so happy and playful, full of joy and vitality. That's available to us too. We just have to get out of these mental patterns. This mind-made activity and these thought patterns, always dwelling in the past, imagining in the future. These mind-made constructs. I'm not good enough. This victim mindset. Gosh, things always are bad. Bad things happen to me. I don't deserve this. Life's not fair. Just stay in the moment. Be like our dog friends. We can learn so much from our friends. So this has been fun. I hope you enjoy that. I could probably do a 3-hour video on this, but I just want to share some things that I feel we can learn from our dogs. They're precious creatures and we love them. Onward and upward, love and light.